In a small, isolated town surrounded by dense forests, there lived a young mother named Evelyn and her sweet, innocent daughter, Lily. Their quaint cottage stood alone at the edge of the woods, whispering secrets only the trees seemed to understand. Evelyn, a woman with sorrowful eyes and a haunted past, often found herself lost in the shadows of her own thoughts. Her husband, Charles, had abandoned them in the dead of night, leaving behind nothing but a chilling letter. The letter spoke of a search for a better life, but Evelyn knew the truth. Charles had discovered the darkness that dwelled within her. The townsfolk sympathized with Evelyn, unaware of the secrets she concealed. They couldn't fathom the depths of her despair, nor the sinister truth behind Charles's disappearance. As the nights grew colder, strange occurrences unfolded within the cottage. Lily, a mere 6 years old, began talking to an unseen presence. She giggled and played as if accompanied by an imaginary friend, but Evelyn sensed a sinister force lingering in the shadows. One night, as a storm raged outside, Lily's laughter turned to terrified screams. Evelyn rushed to her daughter's room, only to find her huddled in the corner, eyes wide with terror. Lily pointed at an empty space, whispering about a man with hollow eyes and a voice that echoed like a distant scream. Evelyn tried to dismiss Lily's fears as mere nightmares, but as the days passed, the spectral presence intensified. Whispers echoed through the cottage, and chilling winds blew through closed windows. Evelyn felt the icy breath of an unseen specter on the back of her neck, a presence she could no longer deny. Haunted by her own guilt, Evelyn realized that Charles had not abandoned them. She had silenced him forever in a fit of rage, and now his tormented spirit sought revenge. Shadows danced on the walls, and Lily's innocence became a battleground for a war between the living and the dead. Desperation consumed Evelyn, and she sought the help of the town's elderly wise woman, who revealed the grim truth. The only way to free herself and Lily from the vengeful spirit was to confront her own sins. The wise woman guided Evelyn to the old oak tree at the heart of the forest, where she must bury the memories of her crime. Under the pale moonlight, Evelyn confessed her sins to the earth, tears mixing with the soil. As she dug a grave for the truth she had buried long ago, the spectral winds howled in fury. Shadows writhed, and the ghostly apparition of Charles materialized before her. Evelyn's heart weighed heavy with remorse as she begged for forgiveness. The specter, its hollow eyes filled with sorrow, slowly dissipated into the night. The haunting ceased, and the eerie winds subsided. With the dawn, the storm lifted, and sunlight bathed the cottage once more. Evelyn held Lily close, grateful for the chance to rebuild their shattered lives. The once haunted woods now whispered tales of redemption, but the scars of that chilling night lingered in the shadows, a reminder of the price paid for sins that can never be truly buried. As the days passed, a newfound tranquility settled over Evelyn and Lily's cottage. The townspeople, oblivious to the sinister events that had unfolded, noticed the change in the air. Yet despite the apparent calm, a lingering unease remained. Evelyn, determined to shield Lily from the horrors of their past, created a facade of normalcy. The townspeople, now sympathetic to her struggles as a single mother, offered their support, unaware of the haunting secrets hidden beneath the surface. However, as the seasons changed, whispers of the eerie night still echoed in the wind. The old oak tree, now a silent witness to Evelyn's confession, stood stoically in the heart of the forest. Its branches seemed to stretch like spectral fingers, reaching out to the shadows that clung to Evelyn's conscience. One evening, as Evelyn prepared dinner and Lily played by the hearth, a soft murmur floated through the cottage. The familiar voice of Charles whispered through the air, carrying a haunting melody of regret. Evelyn's hands trembled as she clutched a wooden spoon, frozen in the realization that the past was not so easily buried. Lily, too young to understand the weight of the unseen presence, continued her innocent play. The temperature in the room dropped, and a chilling breeze swept through, extinguishing the flames in the fireplace. Shadows danced on the walls, forming grotesque shapes that mirrored the twisted secrets of Evelyn's past. The townsfolk, sensing a shift in the atmosphere, began to avoid Evelyn and Lily. Whispers of the haunted cottage circulated through the community, and the once sympathetic glances turned into wary stares. Evelyn's attempts to escape her dark history were futile, as the spectral presence of Charles continued to manifest in the most unexpected moments. Desperation once again gripped Evelyn's heart. She knew that to break free from the shackles of the past, she had to delve deeper into the darkness within her. Seeking guidance, she returned to the wise woman, the guardian of the town's ancient secrets. The wise woman, with eyes that held centuries of knowledge, revealed a forgotten ritual that could sever the ties that bound Evelyn to the vengeful spirit. It required a journey deep into the heart of the forest, where the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. As the moon cast an ethereal glow over the woods, Evelyn and Lily ventured into the unknown. The trees whispered ancient incantations, and the air crackled with an otherworldly energy. At the clearing near the old oak tree, Evelyn began the ritual, chanting words that resonated with the spirits of the past. The ground trembled, and shadows coalesced into the ghostly figure of Charles. This time, however, there was no malice in his hollow eyes. Evelyn, courage bolstered by the ancient ritual, confronted the spirit of her deceased husband. With tears streaming down her face, she spoke of her remorse, her desperate need for redemption. Charles, his spectral form softening, nodded in understanding. The ritual reached its climax, and a blinding light enveloped them. As the light faded, Evelyn and Lily found themselves alone in the clearing. The spectral winds had silenced, and the haunting shadows retreated into the depths of the forest. The wise woman's guidance had granted them peace, and the weight of the past lifted from their shoulders. Evelyn and Lily returned to the cottage, where warmth and light once again filled their lives. The townspeople, now free from the eerie rumors, gradually accepted them back into the community. The once haunted woods, though still whispering tales of the past, no longer held them captive. Evelyn, now a changed woman, dedicated herself to a life of honesty and redemption. Lily, forever marked by the supernatural events of her early years, grew into a resilient young girl with an understanding beyond her age. Together they faced the challenges of the present, knowing that the specter of the past could no longer haunt their every step.